Hello guys, welcome back to another revisiting. Today we are revisiting Godzilla versus Kong. Yes, Godzilla vs. Kong is the movie that came out in 2021, and fun fact actually, long-term viewers of the channel will know that is, well, it is actually my first ever review movie on the channel. I did review it way back when, and yeah, I actually revisiting this now. Obviously Godzilla X Kong is coming out, and yeah, what's my thoughts? Well, I actually reviewed it before, and I thought it was okay, so, and if you'd asked me before filming this and watching it, I would have said, no, it's not very good. There's no real emotion there and all that. But since watching it on the 4K downstairs and stuff, like, I actually flip it on its head and it was actually quite emotional. Yes, it is one of those films that we know what we're going to get. We are going to get the big bashing and all that. And we're going to get that in X as well. Don't get me wrong, we're going to get that in the new one. But the human characters in the Versus film, I thought, were much better, and they had much better like development opportunities in there. Now granted, did they actually develop them? Some they did, some they didn't. A lot of them were just like forgotten about and just moved on. And yeah, what do I think of this? Well, I actually think these are like probably one of the easiest movies to make when you think about it, because there's not much shots that you need to get in terms of, you know, actors on stage and stuff like that. Obviously all of the Kong and Godzilla stuff is very much CGI, so you're very much just staring at a computer screen, kind of making an animated movie in a way most of the time. But yeah, what do I think about it then? So there's just big destruction, you know, they're versing each other. So the idea is if Godzilla comes into Kong's territory and vice versa, then it's going to be seen as a threat, and yeah, all hell will break loose. I do just think when I watch these films, like, oh my god, like, imagine just like the devastation, like even when they're just walking and knock a building down, like there's people in that building, they're dead, like, do you know what I mean? But I guess you don't think that deep. The you know, the death toll of those two fighting would be astronomical in real life, but yeah. The versus aspect though is pretty cool. Nice to see two, you know, iconic, like, I guess, I don't want to say villains then, but you know what I mean, like monsters go head to head. And this world of the Monsterverse still evolves, and we obviously get the follow-up sequel in X. What I thought with Versus though, I thought Versus was very different and, you know, better than it was. I actually rated it before a 3-star. And this time I actually upped my score to a 3.5. I felt like I cared a bit more. I felt like there was, even though there was the Versus aspect of it, because we had the little girl story bit where she was one of the like the tribe people on Skull Island, because we had her, very much just felt like, you know, I was on Kong's side because I had that connection to her and she had that connection to him, and then vice versa. It was almost like I was rooting for Kong to win. So I did have that weird like, oh, I actually do care about you. They've actually done quite well to pull me in. So yeah, for that I upped the score to 3.5 because I felt like it was emotional. It did bring me in. It did give me some value there. Don't get me wrong. I think this is one of the best looking 4Ks on my TV and stuff like that. I think it looked absolutely incredible. That much so that I think Versus looked better than X in the cinema, because I think Versus just, you know, it was the disc obviously, but it just looked amazing. Like, these films do look incredible. If you want something that is going to just be really easy on the brain one evening to watch or whatever, these are the type of movies that you want to watch. I thought this was pleasantly okay. It wasn't amazing filmmaking. It is, you get what you get, you know what I mean? And we're going to get that with X, don't get me wrong. With Versus, I felt like it was slightly better than how I remembered it. It had different elements in the film. Artistically, I thought it looked pretty good. You know, it's got a great disc as well, a 4K disc. I thought was brill. Very much reference, I think, footage in terms of look and HDR and Dolby Vision and all that. I thought it was like crystal clear, amazing colours, great reproduction, all of that. So again, amazing looking film, a great, you know, technical achievement, I guess, from Adam Weingard, the director, and all his team. But on the flip side, you are getting what you get in. There is some aspect to it. I think the thing that can make these entire movies better, which is going to be a theme going across, is the fact that each movie, the actors just change, and it's like the other one just totally didn't exist. So it keeps the film slightly unconnected, if that makes sense. Yeah, so like Millie Bobby Brown in this I thought was really good, but she's not in X, which, why? Like, just continue it on. Create an actual story. It's the same director. So yeah, some characters do go across, but not all of them, and that's a shame, I think, in the whole Monsterverse. But yeah, there it is. There is my rating, 3.5 star. I've increased it to. Stay tuned for the Godzilla X Kong review, which is coming out tomorrow. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.